CIET NCERT presents Audiobook of Mathematics for Class 5 entitled MATHMAGIC 5. This is the Chapter 1.
Part 1.
Page 1. The Fish Tail. Deep under the sea, see the lovely colored fish swimming peacefully. This special poem in 3 lines is called a haiku. Such poems about nature are popular in Japan. Here is another haiku. The lake, calm, smooth, still. A fish jumps up and returns. Ripples shake the lake. Do you know any poems about fish? Here are some drawings made by children. When you think of fishes, what shapes come to your mind? Try to use a square and a triangle to draw a fish. On the page, we have some pictures of different colored fishes in water. Page 2. Look for fish designs around you, on cloth, in paintings, on mats, etc. Meen means a fish, and Meenakshi is a girl whose eyes look like a fish. Can you think of someone who has such eyes? Draw a face with fish eyes. Fishes can have very different sizes. The smallest fish is about 1 centimeter long. How long is the biggest fish you can imagine? Dash. Use the space for your answer. How many times longer is your big fish than the smallest fish? The biggest fish is the whale shark. It is actually not a whale, but is a big, big fish. Whales are different from fish. Whales breathe like we do, through their noses, but fish have no noses, and they take in water, not air. Whales give birth to babies, but fish lay eggs. The whale shark fish looks big and dangerous, but is quite harmless. It does not attack humans. In the middle of the page, we have the picture of a whale shark swimming in the ocean, surrounded by lots of small fishes. One whale shark was as long as 18 meters. Just think how long that is. Almost 12 children of your size standing one on top of the other. And guess what it weighed? Well, much, much more than what 12 of you together weigh. Its weight was about 16,000 kilograms. Page 3. About how many kilograms do you weigh? Write your answer in the blank space. So, 12 children like you put together will weigh about dash kilograms. About how much more does the whale shark weigh than 12 children like you put together? Dash. Write your answer in the blank space. The fish tail. To see the difference between whales and fish, look carefully at their tails. Can you see that the fish tail stands flat along its body, but the tail of the whale almost looks like 2 legs? Can you spot the fish in the picture? Below this we have a picture with whales and fish. Schools of fish. Fish like to swim together in the sea. in big groups called schools of fish. In their school, they feel safe from the bigger fish. Do you feel safe in your school? Below this we have the picture of a school of fish, wherein we see lots of small fishes swimming together. This is a thematic chapter which presents to children the world of fish and fish workers through an integrated approach. Mathematical concepts such as shapes, estimation, sense of large numbers, simple operations, speed, loans, etc. are woven into real-life contexts to allow a creative revision of some ideas learnt earlier. Page 4. To scare away the bigger fish, some small fish drink up a lot of water, swell up, and look big. Below this we see the picture of a fish which has consumed a lot of water and is now looking swelled up and big. Jinsey used these shapes to make drawings of fish. Now you also use some shapes to draw the different sea animals shown here. We see some shapes cut out. These are provided for you to make drawings of fish. We can also see a girl using these shapes to make a fish. Below this we have the photographs of some sea organisms with their names written under. The different creatures are sea urchin, lobster, eel, red snapper. Page 5. Octopus, clam, parrotfish, prawn, cuttlefish, jellyfish, squid, silver pomfret, and crab. Which of these sea animals have you seen before?
Part 1.
Chapter 1 ends here. CIET NCERT presents Audiobook of Mathematics for Class 5 entitled MATHMAGIC 5. This is the Chapter 1.
Part 2.
Page 5. Fishermen in their boats. How many of you have seen the sea? Where did you see it? Did you see it in a movie or for real? How deep do you think the sea could be? Find out. Do you know how to swim? Would you be scared of the high sea waves? Page 6. Close your eyes and imagine the sea with waves rising high. How high do you think the waves can go? Write your answer in the blank space. Below this we have the picture of a girl and a boy who are imagining the sea with waves rising very high. Imagine that there are fishermen in their boats going up and down with the waves. They start their trip when it is still dark. Some go on a simple boat made from logs of wood tied together. If the sea is rough, with very high tides and a strong wind, then these fishermen have a very difficult time. On the left side we see the picture of a boy, a fisherman boy, standing on a log boat in the water. These log boats do not go very far. If the wind is helpful, they travel about 4 kilometers in 1 hour. How long will they take to go on a distance of 10 kilometers? Guess how far you can go in 1 hour if you walk fast. On the right side of the bottom of the page we again see a picture of log boat with 3 fishermen riding it in the waters. Page 7. Fishermen can feel the wind and look at the sun to find out which way to go. Many of us would get lost and not be able to find our way on the sea, where you only see water, water, and nothing else. To the right side of this text, we see the picture of a boy wondering while looking at the sun to find out which direction to go. He is perhaps looking for his way back home. Find out. Look at the sun and find out the direction from where it rises. From where you are, what interesting thing do you see to your east? Name 2 things that are lying to your west. What a catch! Out on the sea, fishermen look for a place where they hope to find a good catch of fish. There they spread their nets. They will have to wait for many hours for the fish to come into their nets. We see the picture of many fishermen gathered on the seashore with some boats and a long swordfish being held by one of them, perhaps as a good catch of the day. There are different types of boats. Some boats have motors and go further into the sea. Since they go far out, they can catch more fish. These boats travel faster at the speed of about 20 kilometers in 1 hour. How far would the motorboats go in 3.5 hours? How much time will they take to go 85 kilometers? On the bottom left of the page, we see the picture of an oar boat near the shore in the waters and 2 fishermen surrounding it. Page 8. We have some more pictures of boats on this page. The first picture shows motorboat from a far-off distance. The second picture shows a motorboat up close with 3 fishermen around it. There are many fishes on the motorboat as well. The third picture has long tailboat which has just arrived from the sea and has landed on the shore. Many fishermen are dragging it up to the shore. The fourth picture is of a big machine boat or trawler. It looks like a mini hut traveling in the sea. But the fishermen are now very worried. There are some very big machine boats or trawlers in the business. They go far out and put their big nets deep in the sea. This way they collect a whole lot of fish, leaving very few near the seashore. They also stay out on the sea for many days. These big machine boats also catch the small baby fish which have yet to grow up. Fishermen in the smaller boats always let the baby fish pass through their nets to go back into the sea. They choose a net size in such a way that only the grown-up fish are caught. On the left side of the bottom of the page we see the picture of a couple of fishermen who are sad because nowadays there is a shortage of fish, since their boats cannot go deep into the waters and have to come back earlier. Page 9. For hundreds of years, fishermen have cared for the sea and its fishes, and fished only a little to eat and sell. They say that if trawlers catch thousands of kilograms of fish every day, there will be no fish left in the sea. Write a news report about the dangers faced by the fishes in our rivers and seas. To the right corner of the top of the page we see the picture of a small boat on which a fisherman has his net all set up to catch fish for the day, but he can see only very few in the water below. Which boat gets how much? In one trip, the log boat brings about 20 kilograms of fish, but other types of boats bring a bigger catch as given in the table. The table also shows the speed of each type of boat, which is how far each boat goes in 1 hour. Observe the table and calculate A. About how much fish in all will each type of boat bring in 7 trips. B. About how far can a motor boat go in 6 hours. C. If a long-tail boat has to travel 60 kilometers, how long will it take? There's a table below this with 3 columns. We have 4 rows of entries. Let's try and understand the table. Type of boat, logboat, catch of fish in 1 trip, in kilograms, 20. Speed of the boat, that is, how far it goes in 1 hour, 4 kilometers per hour. Type of boat, long-tail boat, catch of fish in 1 trip, 600 kilogram. Speed of the boat, 12 kilometers per hour. Type of boat, motor boat, catch of fish in 1 trip, 800 kilograms. Speed of the boat, 20 kilometers per hour. Type of boat, machine boat, catch of fish in 1 trip, 6,000 kilograms. Speed of the boat, 22 kilometers per hour.
Part 2.
The chapter 1 ends here. Narrator Gaurav. CIET NCERT presents Audiobook of Mathematics for Class 5 entitled MATHMAGIC 5. This is the chapter 1.
Part 3.
Page 10. Some big numbers. In the class 4 MathMagic, you heard of the number lakh, which is equal to 100,000. You had read that there are about 1 lakh brick kilns in our country where bricks are made. What other things have you heard of in lakhs? Write the number 1,000. Now write 100,000. So, how many zeros are there in the number 1 lakh? Easy, isn't it? There are about 2 lakh boats in our country. Half of them are without a motor. What is the number of boats with a motor? Write it. About 1/4 of the boats with a motor are big machine boats. How many thousand machine boats are there? Come on, try to do it without writing down. We might wonder about the number of people whose lives are related to fish. In all, there are about 100 lakh fish workers who catch fish, clean and sell them, make and repair nets and boats, etc. We also have a name for this big number. 100 lakh is called a crore. Where have you heard of a crore? What was the number used for? Try writing the number 1 crore. Don't get lost in all the zeros. Page 11. The fish market. Have you been to a fish market? If you have, then you might know why a very noisy place is sometimes called a fish market. This fish market is busy today. Many boats have brought a good catch. The fisherwomen are shouting out their prices to the buyers. Minnie, come here, take sardines at rupees 40 a kg. Gracie, never so cheap, get swordfish for rupees 60 a kg. Floramma sells prawns for rupees 150 a kg. Karuthamma sells squid for rupees 50 a kg. Look, Fazila can hardly carry this big kingfish. She says, this fish weighs 8 kg. I will sell the whole for rupees 1200. To the right of this we see the picture of Fazila, who can hardly carry the big kingfish. And on the top of the page towards the left, we have a general scene of the fish market where a fisherwoman is seen shouting her prices to the buyers for selling the fish. Practice time. 1. At what price per kg did Fazila sell the kingfish? 2. Floramma has sold 10 kg prawns today. How much money did she get for that? 3. Gracie sold 6 kg swordfish. Minnie has earned as much money as Gracie. How many kg of sardines did Minnie sell? To the right of this, on the bottom of the page, we have a picture of a couple of baskets full of fish. Page 12. 4. Bashir has rupees 100. He spends 1/4 of the money on squid and another 3/4 on prawns. A. How many kilograms of squid did he buy? B. How many kilograms of prawns did he buy? On the right corner of the page, we see the picture of fish market. Many women are seen selling their fish. We also have a small girl at one of the counters. Try saying this fast. Here is a tongue twister. Repeat it fast. She sells seashells on the seashore. She is sure that the shells that she sells will be there no more. Women's Mean Car Bank. The meeting of the Mean Car Bank has just begun. Fazila is the president. 20 fisherwomen have made their own bank. Each saves rupees 25 every month and puts it in the bank. How much money does the group collect each month? How much money will be collected in 10 years? Practice time. Gracie needs money to buy a net. Jhansi and her sister want to buy a logboat, so they take a loan from their bank. They will return it with interest. A. Gracie took a loan of rupees 4,000 to buy a net. She paid back rupees 345 every month for 1 year. How much money did she pay back to the bank? Page 13. B. Jhansi and her sister took a loan of rupees 21,000 to buy a logboat. They paid back a total of rupees 23,520 in 1 year. How much did they pay back every month? Earlier, women did not go on the boat to fish, but now Jhansi and some others are going on the boats during the day. Things are changing now, and their bank helps them. They have also got a special bus to take their baskets full of fish. There's a picture on the page with 3 women on a boat in the waters trying to catch fish. Why don't we start a new fish drying factory? The women of Mean Car Bank also want to start a factory to dry fish. The Panchayat has given them some land for that. Over the years, they have saved rupees 74,000. They find out how much they will need for the factory. Fazila writes the things they need to buy to begin. Here's a table for the cost of each item and the number of items they want to buy. Find the total cost. Page 14. We see a table with 4 columns and 5 rows. The first column has the heading Item. The second column, Price of each. Third column states Number of items. And fourth column is for Cost. The first 3 columns have been filled. You are supposed to calculate the cost of each item and then the total cost to set up the factory. Let's read the table row-wise. Item, bore well for fresh water. Price of each, rupees 3,000. Number of items, 1. Cost, dash. Item, bamboo rack for fish drying. Price of each, rupees 2,000. Number of items, 20. Cost, dash. Item, cement tank. Price of each, rupees 1,000. Number of items, 4. Cost, dash. Item, tray and knife. Price of each, rupees 300. Number of items, 20. Cost, dash. Item, bucket. Price of each, rupees 75. Number of items 20. Cost dash. After calculating the cost of each item, you need to calculate total cost to set up the factory, which is equal to dash. Find out and write your answer in the blank space. When fresh fish is dried, it becomes 1/3 its weight. In 1 month, they plan to dry 6,000 kilograms of fresh fish. How much dried fish will they get in a month? Dash. Write your answer in the blank space. Floramma. Let us first calculate for 6 kilograms of fresh fish. We buy fresh fish for rupees 15 per kilogram. We sell dried fish for rupees 70 per kilogram. We dry 6 kilogram fresh fish to get dash kilogram dried fish. For 6 kilogram fresh fish, we have to pay 6 multiplied by dash, which is equal to rupees 90. We will sell 2 kilograms dried fish and get 2 multiplied by dash, which is equal to rupees dash. So, if we dry 6 kilograms fresh fish, we will earn dash minus 90, which is equal to rupees dash. But if we dry 6,000 kilograms, we can earn rupees dash into 1,000 in 1 month. Page 15. They are all very happy with this plan. The group can make profits and each woman can get a salary for the work she does. Jhansi, I found that for 6,000 kilogram fish, we would need 1,500 kilograms salt every month. Its price is rupees 2 per kilogram. Monthly costs. A. Salt 1,500 multiplied by 2 is equal to rupees dash. B. Packing and bus charges is equal to rupees 3,000. So the total monthly cost of drying and selling the fish is equal to rupees dash. Fazila. That sounds very good. Our calculations tell us that every month our bank will earn rupees 44,000. Check to see if you also get the same answer. On the left side of the page, on the top and bottom of the page, we have 2 pictures. In one picture, near a hut, 2 fisher women are standing with their baskets and lot of fishes displayed for selling. On the bottom side, we have 3 women sitting close by with a basket and having a good chat. Find out. Songs sung by fishermen are beautiful. Find out about the words and tunes of such songs.
Part 3.
The chapter 1 ends here.